So far this year, we've looked at Sonic 1 and 2 for the Game Gear. One was called Sonic the Hedgehog, and the other was called Sonic Chaos. So naturally, this week I'm checking out the equivalent of Sonic 3, which this time around is called Sonic Blast. With Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Chaos, we found out that both of them are decent enough games, but nothing worth standing out like the Genesis games did. So does Sonic Blast break that trend? Unfortunately, the answer is no. To start, the graphics are pretty impressive. Sonic & Knuckles have a three-dimensional look to them, which is really cool to see on Game Gear's hardware. The rings also have this design to them. The graphics overall have a nice, colorful appeal to them, well deserving of a Sonic game, so it won't kill your eyes to play the game. Of course, this 3D style means there's additional processing power required. There are some problems with this. For one, all this extra processing kills the speed of the game. Whereas Sonic 1 had decent speed and Sonic Chaos improved on that aspect, Sonic Blast suffers badly. The blast in the title cannot relate to blast processing that Sega is known for. Let me put it to you this way. When you're trying to go on a loop-de-loop, it almost feels like Sonic is just chugging along at a brisk walk instead of a full-out run. At least when you jump and can't see the ground, it gives you a better sense of speed. Speaking of jumping, Sonic's double jump is available from the start, not requiring a specific shield like in Genesis Sonic 3. You can use it to defeat higher enemies or reach platforms not available from a regular jump. It's a nice addition to the game, although I've never had much use for it. There's not a ton of challenge in the game. This is mainly because the biggest threat you have are the pits you encounter. Yet they aren't as abundant as the previous games, at least that I could tell. There's a good amount of enemies, but when Sonic gets hurt, he'll only lose about 10 rings as opposed to the full amount. I suppose it works, but it definitely feels strange for a Sonic game. So let me move on to the special stages. They are more reminiscent of the Genesis' Sonic 2's special stage. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Try saying that one a couple times fast. Anyway, in Sonic Blast, Sonic is moving forward on a 3D plane collecting a certain amount of rings. If he can do so, he'll obtain an extra life. I'm sure there's a Chaos Emeralds, just like almost every other Sonic game, but I can't for the life of me figure out how to obtain them. Maybe it has something to do with the sign at the end, but I'm not completely sure. Oh well. This special stage is a fun distraction, but I can't help but feel that it's running just as slow as the rest of the game. Perhaps I should mention the ring collecting itself. During the special stage, it's perfectly fine. You touch the ring, you collect it. But during the main portion of the game, it is an unnecessary chore to collect them. I'd say it's much worse than the previous two Game Gear games. I mean, you need to touch those rings perfectly for them to get added to your total. It makes you just want to skip collecting them unless you absolutely need them. Being that this is the portable version of Sonic 3, you'd expect Tails and Knuckles to be present, but that would be incorrect. Tails is nowhere to be seen in the game, so instead, you get to play as Knuckles. He controls exactly as you would expect him to. He has no double jump, but instead is able to attach to and climb walls, and can also glide through the air. You know, your typical Knuckles stuff. There are a few problems I still need to discuss before wrapping up this review. I know, I've been having short reviews as of late, but I don't want to drag them out unnecessarily. Anyway, 1. Enemies can respawn quickly. If you defeat one, move ahead, figure out you need speed, and backtrack slightly, you may find that this enemy that you just defeated is back again. It's a pain in the ass, and it has the potential to impede progress. It's not as bad as Ninja Gaiden, which I don't know if any game really will be, but it still needs to be mentioned. Secondly, and the reason why I stopped playing this game, is this damn maze in the Blue Marine Zone. There's a bunch of pipes underwater that you can navigate in, and they'll move you around the stage. There's a part where they'll spit you out, and the torrent blasts you into a lower one, moving you backwards. You can then see a platform above that top pipe, but I can't figure out how to access it. I've tried for several minutes, but I really can't figure it out. Honestly, the game bored me to death, so I had no interest in continuing on or even looking up a walkthrough for it. Overall, Sonic Blast may look nice, but gameplay-wise, it really seems to be lacking, especially when comparing it to its two older brothers. Sure, I could have attempted to play further as Knuckles, but screw it, I'm done with it. What really worries me, though, is the last two games I'm going to be reviewing this month. I am really dreading those. Well, let's take these games one at a time, right? But yeah, as for Sonic Blast, this is a passable game, but I really can't recommend it. Stick with Sonic Chaos if you really want a portable Sonic game. Final score? 6 out of 10. There's Reaper. Facebook.com/ReapersReviews. Happy fragging.